Hi gang, this is Mr G from MrG TV, coming to you on the 8th of the 8th, 22, and on the 11th of the 8th, 22, and this is still valid watching if you're catching this on YouTube and it's gone past that date. I'll be running a healing circle. Lots of people don't understand healing circles, but let me explain briefly that it's an energy circle, it's an empowerment circle. It's an opportunity to do several things, one of them being to have a connection both to the planet and to the cosmos. That sounds weird, but I'll explain that in a minute. And also to make a connection within the circle. And why would you do that? Well, first of all, we live in an electromagnetic, vibratory universe. Massive statement that makes perfect sense to me and people who followed me for maybe days, weeks, months and years, decades actually, teaching this stuff. But I have a process that's called the plug-in, and if you want to know how to plug in and how to connect to elemental forces, then we need a chat. I'm here for that. But you can connect to this powerhouse called the planet Earth, and then you can attract to you or invite into you something that's freely there, which you could call it many things. Some people call it God, which I define as G-O-D, God, the grand organizing designer, which is intelligence. Or you could call it solar power, the sun, which is where the religion gets the Son of God. It's God's Son, which is the planet, which is the life giver, solar energy, which empowers your solar plexus, which is the place of the sun within you. Or you could call it orgon energy or morphogenetic energy. Quantumly, we live in a field of energy, of vibration. It's almost like the universe is Wi-Fi and you're a docking station. So having said all that, in the healing circle, you plug into that. You can boost yourself, you can charge yourself up, you can clear and cleanse yourself and balance yourself. And then having done that for yourself, you can then benefit everybody else in the circle, and then the circle can benefit everybody else in the immediate vicinity, and actually, in my opinion, in every dimension in the multiverse. We do know that whatever you do has a ripple effect and changes everything in the universe, in the multiverse, on the planet. That there's nothing that you can say or do that is neutral, that everything creates something, that you are a god, you are a grand organising designer, a god, a goddess, and that the world that you see comes from you and me, and that with every thought, word and action and reaction you create. So it's plugging into these elemental creative forces and then radiating them, manifesting, cosmic ordering, whatever words you want to use. Don't get hung up on words. Don't allow the words I use, my vocabulary, to conflict with your words. It's the same thing, and with all religions, hand on heart, I honestly, with love, respect all religions, because if they come from love, it doesn't matter, in my opinion, who the prophet was. The scribes who wrote down what the prophet said, Muhammad, Jesus, Buddha, Allah, any prophet, they all are prophesying and spreading one message of love and unity and personal power and harmony and balance. Regrettably, man has come along, men and women, and some of that's been made different, and it's caused a lot of conflict. But I honestly, hand on heart again with love and the greatest respect for all prophets, don't believe that any of them ever wanted to start wars and create division. It's all about unity. So I really like the Baha'is, who embrace all religions. So may your God go with you. If your God is good and good for you and not promoting division in the original writings, the original scriptures, from whatever faith or culture you come from, then God bless you. May your God bless you. And share your love and share your knowledge and share your wisdom kindly, constructively. So the healing circle is open to all, and on the 11th, which is this coming Sunday, and it's Thursday today, so in 3 days' time, you've got an opportunity to join that healing circle for free on MrG TV. I'll be broadcasting it on YouTube and also within the Facebook group. So if you miss it, you can go back to the 11th of the 8th, 22, to the 11th of September, 2022, and watch that and join in, because there's no problem connecting to a metaphysical energy healing circle on replay, because there's no such thing as time, space and distance. If you plug in to that healing circle, you switch on your power in that moment, that still point, that connection is there for you long after that event has finished, which will be about 40 minutes, and actually you can connect to it now, even though it's not happened, because the intention to heal is there throughout time immemorial, because we're eternal, we're unlimited, and we're only limited by rules that men have written. All prophets, all God realized avatars, messengers, angels, whatever words you want to use, philosophers who have had the experience of enlightenment, speaking truth, if they have spoke the truth, tell us that we are metaphysical and not physical, that we are spiritual and energetic in essence, having a physical experience, and there's no beginning and no end, and no time and no space in our universe, or in you and me, we. And I find great comfort in that knowledge, and because I'm evidential, because I like to prove to myself and then teach from evidence, so that I feel that I can prove it to you guys, I can hand on heart say that I've had conscious contact with unseen forces, metaphysical, spiritual entities, other dimensional beings, that I embrace my superpowers or spiritual gifts, whatever words you want to use, and I can do far more than Newtonian physics or Nuffield physics or traditional physics says I can do. That I am quantum, and quantum theory, theoretical quantum physics, says that me, the observer, can change anything that I'm observing through the process of observation. I'll say that again, that me, the observer, can change anything I observe through the process of observation. So anything that I put my attention on, observe, either in what we perceive to be external in the outer world, or internal in my inner world, in other words in my mind's eye, and my realised, that by putting my attention on it with an intention, I can change it. Now that's miraculous, isn't it? That's miraculous, and that's why I believe in magic, and why in the MrG TV Facebook group I'm teaching the law of magic at the moment during August and September 2022. So again, if you're watching this long past those dates, in maybe another week, another month, another year or another decade, scroll back to August and September 2022 and I'm sharing laws of magic, hints and tips that make your life magical, because you are magical, that you as the observer can change anything by putting your attention on something with an intention, and you can actually manifest miracles. You can exchange molecules with people, you can bilocate, you can have precognition, you are clairvoyant, clairsentient, clairaudient, you can energize things, you can increase the power of objects, decrease the power of objects, you can mind read, you can teleport, you are telepathic, you are empathic. And these are the gifts of the spirit that most of the messiahs had: the gift of healing, the gift of prophecy, the gift of changing things, shape-shifting themselves and changing things from water into wine, and healing the blind and curing the sick and bringing people out of tombs, raising the dead, parting the Red Sea. Lots of miracles in other cultures that I've not studied, because I come from the Christian Judaic faith. But there's plenty of prophets who've done amazing things, and you can do those amazing things, but you need discipline, which is why the followers of these messiahs are called disciples with discipline. But if you just watch telly, and if you just do things that take your power away in terms of what you eat, what you think, who you vibrate amongst, if you're watching negative things, doing negative things, thinking negative things, hanging around with negative people, there's no power in that. Because this plug-in in the healing circle on Sunday is positive. And if you put your attention on something negative, you'll manifest something negative. So you've got to be very careful what you put your attention on. You've got to have discipline and be a disciple for love and light and healing, and not negativity, which is low vibration. So anything that's low vibration, get away from it. Block it, protect yourself from that. So you're all welcome this Sunday on MrG TV for free, both on the YouTube channel and the Facebook channel, to join in the healing circle for free. And then after this Sunday, all healing circles will be donation, raising money for charity, and that's at your discretion. But I encourage you to exchange energy, to get something positive and to give something positive to people who haven't got what you're blessed with. Whether that's a £1, £2, £3, £4 donation for a healing circle, an empowerment circle where you'll learn, you'll be inspired, you'll be motivated, you'll raise your vibration, you'll increase your metabolism, you'll boost your immune response, and you'll make connections that are out of this world, literally. And as I say, if you want to know more about that, then call me for a chat. My name's Mike Garner, MrG from MrG TV, and you can contact me on any of the contact details where you're viewing this presentation, or go to my website www.mrmikegarner.com. Be powerful, guys. Join me at the Healing Circle this Sunday, and after that, every Sunday on MrG TV Facebook page and the MrG TV YouTube channel. Enjoy your mind.